Hey Jeremy, I wanted to ask you about a specific play from Saturday, the touchdown screen to Travion. You went and got a block on McFadden.
Yep.
It looked like you went right to him and took him out of the play. Can you just take me through like what your responsibilities are on that play? Did you sort of expect that it would be McFadden in that situation, and what you did to make that block?
I mean, we just kind of repped it a lot in practice. We knew what we were going to get. It's man coverage. He's covering the back, so just block him and Trey will do the rest. He's a really good player, so you don't really have to overthink it. You know, he'll make some people miss. And like I just said, we repped it a lot in practice, and just be able to execute in the game and not make it too big in the moment was what kind of happened there.
Whether it's you guys in the tight end room or receivers or offensive linemen getting out in front of plays, how good do you think you guys are at sort of making the blocks in space that you need to make to let big plays happen?
Yeah, like I said before, I think how we practice so competitively with our defense and with ourselves, I think is what helps amplify or make the game not as hard as it really is in practice. I think we go against each other every day. Every Tuesday is a tough, hard practice, and we got to get our mind right on Tuesday. So once Saturday comes around, we've seen the look, we've repped it in practice, and we've made the play in practice. So we just got to execute, and like I said, just be able to make the play in the game.
Right behind him, Pat Murphy, 24/7 Sports.
Jeremy, I think there's a perception out there that Penn State's lost twice. Maybe this game isn't as big of a deal as people thought it would be a couple weeks ago. Why is Penn State still as good, even though they dropped a couple games?
Yeah, you can see it on tape. They're very physical. You know, they come at you downhill on defense. They have a really strong defense, and they always play us tight every year. So we respect them. We respect this game. We kind of don't. We don't like to look at what happened in previous games. Like I said, we lost one earlier in the year, and we're building momentum. You can't really take that into consideration when you're going against an opponent like this. They're really tough, strong, and we know it's going to be a great atmosphere at the shoe, and so they're going to bring their best, and we have to match that and bring our intensity. And like I said before, make plays in big moments, and that's what I think our team's getting capable of doing.
Over here, far right, Clay Hall, WSYX.
Jeremy, I saw on social media that you were at the Jackets game last night. I was just curious, somebody said it was your first time. What do you think of the atmosphere and how they played?
It was cool. I love hockey. I love watching hockey. I've always watched it growing up, and got some guys to go down with me and watch that game. And like I said, it was just a good atmosphere on the day off, and being able to enjoy something other than football for a little bit. But now it's time to get back into it, and hopefully they bring that same energy on Saturday night.
Fourth row left, Colin Gay, Rivals.
Kind of going off of what Pat was saying, does the atmosphere, and at what point did the atmosphere change from, was it immediately after your guys' win against Indiana, like into Penn State Week, or at what point did it change into kind of this bigger kind of atmosphere that you guys expect for Saturday?
I think just anytime you go and play home, like I said, especially for me, I only have a few opportunities left to play in the Shield. Feels like yesterday I just got here in the summer of 2018, and time's been flying. We've been making a lot of memories, but it's just so many few opportunities left to go down there and play in front of these fans and in front of your family. So just making every moment count, and it's going to be a really big game for us. And you get to enjoy those away games, enjoy those wins that you have, and then once Sunday comes around, you kind of let it go out the window and prepare for the next game. And we know it's going to be a big one this week. And like I said before, just trying to make the most out of my few opportunities left in the shoe.
Does it feel different in that locker room this week compared to weeks past, or is it kind of just steady?
I think we do a great job of just keeping a steady mind throughout the whole season of every opponent we respect. We bring the same mindset every week of this opponent's coming to take us out, and we have a big target on our back. So I think just being able to give our opponents the respect they deserve, and no matter who it is or when it is or what they've had going on the past few games, I think that, they're going to come into our stadium, they're going to give us their best shot, so we can be ready for that and respect them in the best way. And so just keep preparing for that.
Third row right, Tim May at Letterman Row.
Yeah, Jeremy, can you speak to the development of C.J. Stroud? I know we ask you that almost every week when we get a chance to, but just Saturday night, you seemed very poised. You seemed to find the tight end open a lot. But just what have you seen improve on him just the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think you just see that the game's slowing down for him. It's really tough to come into a big-time environment like in a big-time school like Ohio State and just perform right away. I had some trouble with that, and he's done a great job. He's been showing up every day with a positive mindset, and I try and tell him every game that just don't do anything special, just be yourself, because that's what got you here, and trust your coaches, trust your players, because they're going to put him in the best position to win. And like I said, whatever he's done to get here to this point is enough, and just keep trusting that and following that. And I think he's done a great job of that. Just seeing the field well, managing the game well, not forcing much, and just being himself. So I think that's the biggest thing for anybody in these big moments is you trained hard, you've worked hard to get here. So in these big moments, just go back to your training and rely on that.
How soon during the week, or do you ever even get a feel for what the coaches are gonna be trying to attack differently from last week? You know what I mean? How soon do y'all get a feel for that, or is it just in the game, you just see it develop? You understand what Ryan Day and Kevin Wilson are going for?
Yeah, I mean, I think these Tuesday and Wednesday practices when we install our game plan is kind of when we get a feel for it. We watch a lot of film over the weekend and get used to what we're going to see and try and replicate that in practice all week. We do a great job of getting our scout guys ready to go and giving us a look. So I think that, like I said, just being prepared on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and perfecting that on Thursdays is what really helps us on Saturdays. Our coaches do a great job of giving us the looks, and so when you get out there, you're kind of seeing the same things. Obviously, they're going to change up a little bit when they play us, give us a little something different, but it's how we handle that really is going to put us ahead, and I think we're doing, like I said, this season we're doing a great job of that.
Second row right, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Jeremy, what's the level of confidence you guys have as an offense right now? Is the feeling like the only people who can stop us are us?
I feel like we've always had that mindset of just staying on track and just having no hiccups, no penalties, no false starts or anything like that. That's what really gets us behind in drives, and I think that some drives that don't really work out well, you kind of see that those things happen. So I think that having that mindset of only way we're going to be stopped is if we stop ourselves, even if whoever we're playing. I think that the biggest thing is that if we just come out with the same mindset of we can do this, we practice, we train for it. Like I said, I think that's what helps separate us and keep moving forward. All this momentum is that we just believe in ourselves so much and believe in our coaching staff and all the work we put in. So I think that's the biggest thing with that.
I think on that pass from CJ to Jackson, you were one of the underneath guys.
Yeah.
When he threw that pass, completed that pass, I mean, you thinking, oh man, what goes through your mind when you see that play?
Well, I kind of saw the coverage, so I knew he had a shot at throwing to Jackson. I didn't really see those guys get out of there that fast, but I definitely had a good view of it. It was a great throw, and kind of got the drive going, got some momentum going, and just went up to CJ, said great throw, and just go on to the next play. And I feel like we've done a really good job of that, of whether it's a good play or a bad play, throwing it out the window and moving on and having a short-term memory, because you just take it one play at a time and keep getting momentum off of that. And I think, like I said before, CJ's done a great job of that.
Second row middle, Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
I don't know how much you get to notice this as the plays are happening. I'm sure you see it on film, but Trevion Henderson and the way that he kind of maintains that balance through contact.
I notice it.
Well, sometimes it's happening a long way downfield. Do you, as an athlete, when you see that, do you think that's something that he has learned and been trained for? Or do you think that's something that's like innate, that like only certain guys can do that?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think all you guys can understand that he's extremely special at what he does, and he can make a lot of plays a lot better, whether it's how he blocked it or not. He can kind of make some things happen. I think he's done a great job of being humble through this whole process and being a great teammate. And like I said, a lot of the whole world's starting to see what we already know he can do, and we just hope that he can keep his head straight and keep going, because he's done a great job of that so far. And as these moments get bigger, just keep being himself and keep making those plays. You can definitely notice that he's got something special, and he's definitely helping out our team a lot.
You say that when the offense has a good play, bad play, you kind of wipe it off, go to the next one. But I would assume that there can be some like residual benefits emotionally, whatever you want to call it, when you see a guy make those big plays, right? Like, what does that do for an offense, and is it different, especially when it's in the run game like that, those long breaks?
Yeah, I think we try to do a great job in the run game of setting up our offense, and being able to run the ball is crucial in big time college football. And I think our O-line and our tight end unit really takes that crucially and takes it to heart to be able to get in there on Tuesdays and really grind and go against our defense, who's doing a great job of stopping the run, and just going against each other every day and getting better. I think that once you get a run game going, it really opens up a lot of things, and it's really important for us, especially in the tight end unit, to be able to play all downs and be able to do all different things. So I think that we've done a great job of that, prepared and following our coaches on which runs are looking good this week, and being able to just be able to perform on Saturday when it really comes down to it. Because a lot of people see routes and making plays in the pass game, but really the plays that really matter are first down on the run or third and short, when you really got to get those 2 yards. And we've worked all week for it, and I think that it's really showing up in games.
Got time for just a couple more. Front, second row right, Austin Ward, Letterman row.
After the game, CJ kept talking about all the conversations that you two seemed to have during the game. Was he just saying that because you were sitting next to him, or have you become a more vocal presence out there on the field?
I try my best on the field to just, keep everybody's heads on straight, especially CJ. He's got, you can only imagine what it's like, playing tight end. You gotta do a lot of jobs, but I feel like quarterback, you gotta know everybody's job and be able to do that all in a split second. So I can only imagine what he's thinking. So anytime I can, I just try and go up to him and just tell him, just be cool, relax. You're here for a reason, and you're special. So just be yourself. And I try to just do those little things to just get these guys to just realize that no moment's too big. We've been through it. Coach Mix made us train through the toughest environments we can imagine this off season. Fall camp is there for a reason. Tuesday and Wednesdays are there for a reason. So I think that those are the defining moments of our program are really in the off season. And once you get into these games, and you just got to revert back to that. And I think we do a really good job of that.
How much more do you feel like you're talking or raising your voice than the last few years?
Definitely a lot more. Being that older guy, Coach Mix challenged me a lot. Coaches have challenged me a lot, and I've seen it in the past with guys like Coop and Tough and all those guys, and just seeing how successful those guys are doing right now, it just challenges you to just want to be like that, and take that role on and just try and be as vocal as you can. It's not easy being able to do that, but once you start doing it, it gets a little bit easier every time. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just yelling at somebody. You can just put your hand around someone's back and let them know that you got their back, and that they're here for a reason, and we're all here together doing this together. And I think that just shows a lot more than just getting in somebody's face and screaming at them.
And right next door, Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Jeremy, I guess from our eyes, it looks like CJ's throwing the ball with a lot of confidence and trusting himself. Just put the ball where it needs to be aggressive. Do you feel that way as like you're catching passes from him, that he's just trusting himself and just being aggressive, pushing the ball downfield?
Yeah, I definitely think that whenever he throws the ball, he's very decisive with it. You don't see him really just thinking about it too much. You see him just ripping it, and I think that shows the sign of a confident quarterback and a confident offense. And I think that if we can keep building on that as these games get bigger and bigger stages, I think that the more you can kind of keep that energy and not really think about it too much and just keep that confidence up is only going to help us down the road.
Does that evolve from where he was September and kind of have a chance to rest with that week back in September?
I think it's kind of evolved for all of us as an offense. We're not thinking about much. We're just going out there and playing and just trusting our training, trusting what we do during the week. And I think it's really just showing up now on these Saturdays when we're on this roll of just being ourselves and getting this training rolling.
Great. Jeremy, thank you very much.
Cool, appreciate it.